Hello everyone. Let's start with the subject of today, teaching students a second language by using Duolingo. In the first beginning, what is Duolingo? Duolingo is a game-based learning languages website and app, and the main character is Duo, this green owl that you can see at my screen. Duolingo offers 98 different languages courses in 38 languages, which means that you can study your target languages from your language. For instance, you can study Spanish from English, but also you can study Spanish from French, Portuguese, German, and so on. The app has over 300 million registered users across the world. This game-base is scientifically proven to be effective, and the mission of the company is education-free, fun, and accessible to all. This is one of the main premises about Duolingo, that is accessible to all. There is obviously the Duolingo Plus, that is a subscription, so you can receive some benefits like ad-free experience available to download the lessons in the app, and you can use it offline, and also has a monthly streak repair. What is Duolingo? Duolingo is more than the website and the app. Duolingo also has podcasts. The podcasts are based on true stories by bilingual structure, which alternates between target language and your language. For instance, you can hear your target languages could be Spanish, but the narrator, the storyteller, helps the listeners to don't get lost. So part of the story will be in Spanish, but also in English. So you can follow very easily the story, and you can find the transcription in the podcast duolingo.com. But also Duolingo has Duolingo Stories. It's a way for intermediate to advanced learners to practice their listening, comprehension, and reading through the use of mostly funny stories, and you can interact there and practice the target language. Also, Duolingo has an English test that is a modern English proficiency assessment for today's international students and institutions. The test is available online and is on demand. This is a test as the ISL test and this kind of test and TOEFL that is accepted in several universities. Also, there is Duolingo events, which I am part of the organizers. The Duolingo events are a small event gathering hosted by affluent speakers in a fun and relaxed environment. At the beginnings were held in each city, and the hostages, or Duolingo ambassadors, but right now, they are after the quarantine, are held both in online platforms like Zoom or Go Meeting, but right now are returning to the presential mode. And Duolingo schools, that is the principal subject of this tutorial, how to integrate Duolingo with the teaching style. Duolingo schools allows you teachers to track students' progress, which is a great way to reinforce grammar, assign specific units, and create fun environments of health competence between students. So, I'm going to talk. This is me. I'm, as Genta said, I am a business administration and marketing administrator and marketing, but also I am teaching languages right now. My mother tongue is Spanish, and I speak English and Italian as well. I'm learning French using Duolingo, but also other platforms. And I started to assist to Duolingo since in my city in Caracas, Venezuela, since November um, from 2017. Uh, as you can see in these pictures, in the picture that is above, we are in a park. We are all the group from Duolingo Caracas, and we have these reunions, every meetings every Saturday. Right now, because we are still in quarantine in Venezuela, we're holding these activities at Zoom. So we can gather and talk for about 2 hours about a specific topic. We discuss it and having fun in this way. So in that way, we can interact and have fun in the targeted languages. In my experience in Duolingo, I decided to create classrooms at Duolingo schools to complement the activities at the Duolingo Italian group with the aim to integrate it to my private tutoring students in Spanish. Right now, I'm using Duolingo with my Italian groups, but also I am using it with some friends, and the aim is to integrate it with my students that in Spanish. So I can assign homeworks, um, motivate them by using this platform. Okay, as you know, how to log in Duolingo. You can access to Duolingo by the app, but also at the duolingo.com. The first thing is set the language. This is in English. And to get started. The first thing is to get started. So it will ask you which is the language you want to learn. So you can decide it if you want to learn Spanish, French, or any of the languages that are available. Then it will ask you, why are you learning a language? If you have some like travel or you need it for school, etc. Then after that, you can, if you have a previous knowledge in the language that is targeted, you can place has a place had as a placement test, or you can start from the very beginning. And then, as you can see in the image below, there are the exercises that you can do at Duolingo. You can listen, you can write it. There are a lot of activities there that you can use it to start the language target, to learn the language. And after that, it's time to create your profile. When you create your profile, you have to fill out these things: your age, your name, your email and password, if you want to do it with your email and password, but you can also use Facebook or Google. This is to start with Duolingo. In Duolingo schools, these are my classrooms at Duolingo school. So I had several classrooms. Is the one that I'm telling you about with my Duolingo uh, participate, but also I have with we're going to make the Duolingo test, and we decide to have a classroom to practice there with Duolingo. Also, I have some couple of friends that are interested in English, so I set up some English for beginners and also English for intermediate course. And also, as I am studying French and a little bit of German, I decided to create a couple of classrooms to, to also for me and for my friends. Okay, about Duolingo School. The curriculum areas are all the languages that offers Duolingo, that are available at Duolingo. As I told you, there are 98 courses with 38 languages. So the ages and languages are flexible. The materials and requirements, the only needs is internet connection, and the devices are flexible. So you can access Duolingo at your computer, at your PC or laptop, or maybe in your mobile devices. So the devices are flexible. Any that your students and also yourself has available. What is the teacher's objective? Encourage thinking, listening, and speaking in the target language. Motivate students to practice and improve outside the classroom using Duolingo material, Duolingo stuff. Students learn through hands-on activities that are very interactive, so students can learn by this game-based platform. And a student with a wide range of abilities should be able to participate throughout. What you can do at Duolingo schools, you can track your students' progress, conduct tailored in-class activities, and adjust privacy and parental controls. Also, if you have very young students, maybe you have to set up some parental controls, because in Duolingo there are also forums, and maybe you don't want that these students that are new in Duolingo access to the forums. That's one of the things. Well, and the note says, enjoy teaching with Duolingo. Let's go to Duolingo schools right now at the platform. So you can see it. These are my classrooms, but right now I'm going to log out and start with a new account. So you can see from zero how is to start a classroom at Duolingo. I'm going to use one of my Gmail accounts. Hold on a minute, please. Okay. The first things that Duolingo is going to ask me, if I am a teacher or a student, my role will be a teacher, because I want to set up a new classrooms. So let's say let's create a classroom. How are we going to do that? The first thing is I'm going to put the name of the classroom. Maybe I'm going to put the TeachPitch classroom. Then it's going to ask me what are my students are studying. In this case, it could be Spanish. And my students want to speak English. So we can set up like this way. How do you want to invite your students? You have two ways. You can share the classroom link or create an account for students. In the first case, share a classroom link. I'm going to use this way. Continue. There is a link where I can invite my students. I can copy and share it with the students. And this is the code of the classroom. Then continue. And then I can download the instructions of the classroom, so I can send it these instructions by email. So here it says that how to download Duolingo and how to start. If you have it's explained if you have a profile or you have to set up a new account, and then do you have to use this link to be in this classroom, and you have to join to this section. But also, you can, okay, this is the classroom. I was going to, but I can invite the students also. I can create an account from my students, because there are students that don't have an account. So I can create an account for them. Then I have to add the student's name. So in this way, I can create an email address. How do I will invite you? I have to write here the email address, okay? And so, okay, let me see. Okay, this is, the assignments here at Duolingo. When I have students, I can make the assignments. I'm going to return to my classes so I can do it better with my account. Right now, we learn how to join to a classroom, but once we have the students in our classrooms, we can set up the assignments. So this is my classroom in Italian. I can see the progress and track the progress here. So I can see which assignments are completed, which are delivered late, submitted late, and which assignments are missed. So I have here all the people that are in, or the students. So, and here are the assignments that I'm already set up for these classrooms. This was set, so I can see which students has completed, when they are completed. Sometimes some students are complete these lessons before, but here I can see that these students, for instance, has started the assignment and has one of three completed. And the students that completed on time, as Dario Alessio, that completed the 1st of November. But this assignment is still on. They have until November 8th. And I can manage here the assignment. I can delete it. I can send a reminder if I saw that maybe next to the due time. I can send a reminder into all of them who have not yet completed the assignment. They can do it. Or, sorry, it is, or edit the assignment. Maybe if I want to give it more time to them. But if I want to set up a new assignment, what I should do? There are two ways to collect points or collect experience in Duolingo. So they can do any of the lessons that are in the course, and they are going to gain experience. There are several the short assignments or the long assignments. So I can set up one of these ones. Maybe in this course, I set up the assignment of a unit, but it needed an assignment of experience. This is great because this is a way to incentivize the students that to practice every day. So I can put here and set up the time when I want to be delivered. I prefer to do it in as many people are working or students. I prefer to the due time always a Sunday because they have more time to do it. So I can schedule. So right now, the assignment is settled, and this is the done. But also, I can look the curriculum here. So if I have different levels of students and different classrooms, I can set up the assignments by the skills for intermediate beginners skills, intermediate skills, or advanced skills. So I can see here before assign the assign this unit, I can see what are they are going to learn with this unit. So if it's in my curriculum, in my targeted that I want to set up something that is that they need to practice, I can know which vocabulary or which grammar they are going to learn with these units. So let me see another, for instance, here, as you can see, in this classroom, there is no assignment, but I can do it here. As wishes is a English for Spanish speakers, and this is for the Duolingo test. Maybe I can set up advanced skill. And as I see, 0% of my students has completed this session. So I can start it and they can do it and they can have accessibility to start this lesson. So I can put here from today to Monday, and I can schedule the assignments. Also, I can do, if I have a presential class, I can do it by class activities. So if you have any way to do it in a non-virtual, in a classroom, you can do the assignments in your classroom. And you can encourage your students to do it in the classroom, so they can practice Duolingo in the classroom. Okay, this is my session, and I can see here what are my assignments. You can, at Duolingo, you can see your assignments here in this column, and maybe you can do it in your classroom. They can practice any unit that is in Duolingo. Okay, I'm going to return to the presentation. Okay, for me, what are the pros or cons about Duolingo School? For me, this is a great method to track student progress with a game-based APP method. This is great. There are several platforms to study languages, but maybe to integrate it with the students is not easy. You have here a lot of things to do with your students, so you can integrate this method to study. Also, students get used to using vocabulary words and grammar in a variety of constructions, because in Duolingo you have a lot of ways. You don't only have to remember and things, so you can learn it by repeating, by doing exercises many times, till you know in context which how to use the words and the grammar constructions. It's a great complement for your classes and to motivate your students. Duolingo maybe is not is a way, a resource to complementary. It's not the main thing to learn a language, but it's great to complement your classes and also to motivate the student by these Duolingo schools, because You can do a rank and tell your students how are they progress at the platform, and you can check it as I mentioned before. What are the cons that I see at Duolingo School? For instance, in your mobile at the app, students can see the activities that are assigned. You can see it in the website, as I told you, but some students get lost at the applications because there is no way to see it at the application. The style of questions and exercises, sometimes people get things that are quite repetitive, are sometimes it's not they get bored about repeating the same sentence many times. And the other con that I see is that you can customize your activities for the assignments. You have to follow the Duolingo curriculum. There is no way at the Duolingo school that you can send something that you want. So you have to follow the curriculum and find the thing that you are teaching at the moment, where is in the units of Duolingo. Well, thanks a lot if you like it. And if you have any question, would be the great time to do it.